All right, how's everybody doing today? So the reason I wanted to do this series is I've been blessed with a lot of knowledge and information and wisdom, and as I've gotten older, I'm starting to realize that God has given me something that I need to give back to everyone, and that comes in all forms. For those of you who know me, you know that I'm a multi-talented, I'm a guy that has all kinds of skills and talents. And as I've matured in age, I realize that some of what God has given me, I have to give it back. So I wanted to just use this day to introduce a series that I introduced on Facebook yesterday. We're going to talk about. I wrote it down because as it was coming to me, I wrote it down. We're going to talk about friendship, not in any particular order, right? But we're going to talk about friendships. We're going to talk about your credit because that's important. We're going to talk about relationships. We're going to talk about music. We're going to talk about leadership. We're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about marriage. We're going to talk about being a husband. I'm a husband, a father, a brother, a son, an uncle, all of the above. But I'm going to, for this series, I'm going to talk about being a husband. We're going to talk about humanity, just humanity in general. We're going to talk about patience, being very patient. We're going to talk about empathy, self-love, and management. And we're going to talk about businesses. We're going to talk about emotions. We're going to talk about feelings. We're going to talk about pride. We're going to talk about humility. And we're going to talk about a subject that I was nervous about this one just because, that's just the way things are. I'm going to talk about sex and intimacy. So, in this series, my vision and my goal is to give you guys and girls and everyone that this could bless. My goal is to give you something that you can take with you from somebody who's been on this decade, at least for me, who's been in this planet, for 4 decades. And this is a celebration of my 40th birthday. As you all, we all know what's going on in the whole world. We're in the strangest times in humanity, at least in our generation. A lot of uncertainty in the air. I'm supposed to have this big 40th birthday party, right? But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So I wanted to make this the most memorable birthday I've ever had. And that coincides with what's going on in that a lot of you are going to be home behind your screens and Zoom. We're going to have a Zoom party. It's also going to be an album release party. That's right. I'm dropping my album. And after this album, I'm taking a hiatus. I'm stepping out the game just to focus on developing my artists and other people that I owe music to. So this, I just wanted to, I feel like this is kind of my stepping out of the game. I mean, if there's a single that comes up, if somebody puts me in a feature or if God puts a song in my heart, I'll release it. But I feel like this is where I'm going to step out of the game. And this is my album, what I call my hiatus album. After this album, I'm just going to step out and focus on. I got some great artists that I'm working with. I'm not going to call any names on this video. When I get to the music portion of my of this series, I'll talk about those artists. But for those of you watching, part of what I want to do with this album, I actually want to sell this album to you. That's right. I want to sell it to you at any price that you offer me. And here's why. I've been blessed financially and blessed. I've been a blessed person. So music has really been, I'm just doing this because I love doing it. And that's because, look around. God has given me, a lot of, I've been blessed, and I don't take it for granted. So that being said, I think that, all of the music I've released, I've kind of taken I'm just going to drop it out there. I'm not going to promote it. And not that I'm specifically promoting this one, but I think I want you to help me make this the most memorable birthday that I've ever had, because I'm turning 40 on July 31st. So I have an album that's dropping on that day as well. It's called Chapter 4. And this is the first time I decided to really step into my artistry as someone, as being able to sing in the album, as being able to rap on the album. And I did a lot of mixing and mastering myself as usual. I had the help of one of my good friends, which I will talk about in the music section of this series. And I also have You know, I have I had a lot of fun doing this because for the first time in my life, I stepped into an element that I've been mentoring people on for such a long time. And this is the time that I finally decided to do it myself. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to the series. And I want to say, I'm going to post a link where you can buy the album or pre-order it. And I want you to give me the amount that you think I'm worth. That's how I'm going to roll on this one. I'm not going to give you a price. I'm going to let you put a price on the album. And I'm going to let you bless me. And in turn, once that blessing comes in, I'm going to make a really big announcement that's going to shock a lot of you, or some of you might be like, about time, right? But once once I get all the sales gathered together of the album, I'm gonna make an announcement, and I know it's gonna be a lot of fun. So without any further ado, I'm just gonna recap on this. We're gonna talk about friendships, credit, relationships, music, God and spirituality, parenting, leadership, money, marriage, being a husband, humanity, patience, emotions and feelings, businesses, self-love and management, patience. I think I already mentioned humanity. We're gonna talk about pride, humility. We're gonna talk about sex and intimacy. So today is an introduction to the series. I want you to prepare your mind. I'll be taking questions and a lot of good things when I get started. So keep your mind open, be supportive, because this is when you show me love, is right now. Don't show me love when I can't get it. And for those of you who know me, you know me, I'm all about self-love and self-development, because that's the way you can get the best version of yourself. So stay tuned, share this video, invite your friends. I'm going to post this on YouTube as well. And be sure to follow me on Instagram and YouTube. It's going to be New Game Music. And I look forward to seeing all of y'all. Take care. God bless.